Hey, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hey, Jared, can you hear me? Okay, I'm in my car, so I won't go to that chat much, but I just wanted to be sure y'all can hear me. And I think Reaper may be having some issues. There she is. Yeah, it looks like Reaper is having some trouble. I'm driving, so just bear with her for a minute.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, I had to jump on my son's laptop because for whatever reason on my phone, um, I couldn't get my microphone to work. Okay, good. And then I had to start a new account. Um, and I didn't have my new photo on this one. I hate that photo that I have to use. Yeah, Jeremiah's on uh live stream right now, throwing a hissy fit. Of course, blaming Kick for all of his life failures, even though Jeremiah's the loser. Um, but he's making threats at Kick on live stream, and uh, I guess he said he called the police because supposedly we were all calling him or texting him and threatening him and stuff. So he called the police. Supposedly he called the police. But as soon as the police show up, he puts a video on so that none of us can hear the conversation, which tells me this is all fake. There's no cop there. He didn't call the cops, and he's not talking to them. He's a liar. Anyways, I mean, if this was real, then he would have had no problem airing the conversation with the police officer. You know, like, yeah, he's such a liar. The cop wouldn't have left this soon.
So yeah, I guess
Not
guys,
much,
I'm gonna
really.
end the stream in a minute.
Oh, now he's gonna end it.
I did record what just happened, but it's not gonna be uploaded
It's funny
yet.
though because
Like I'm going by the advice of my attorney, and I'm not uploading anything that's happening right now um, until it
Reaper, you said
happens,
you were
because
going
I don't
to
want them to have
laugh.
any details of what
It
exactly how
still
much I
hurts
know.
to laugh.
I'm only giving them niblets of what I know.
Yeah, I've
So
pretty much
guys, there's
dove
the
into
PayPal link,
this
there's
like I
Cash
dove
App. If
into
y'all can
chili.
help out anything to get Samantha to her
And of course,
probation, I've been saying this for days now.
begging for money again. Let me pause it. I knew that's why he had come live because okay, so Samantha had a probation appointment today, I guess, and supposedly they need $400 for her to go to her probation appointment, and they only got $60 last night.
Oh,
So she would have gone to jail today if she didn't show up for probation. My guess is she just didn't show up. Her excuse is, oh, it's good because the probation officer wasn't there. So blah, blah, blah. No, what happened was she called and rescheduled. I have the documents. Um, and it's for tomorrow. And now if they don't get the money to go tomorrow, then she'll go to jail. Just like last night in that whole bullshit live stream of theirs, she's sitting there crying and holding the daughter. She even woke their daughter up while she was sleeping to hold her and cry on live stream,
that's
saying, this
pathetic.
will be the last time I hold her because I'm going to go to jail for 6 months if I don't get enough money. Like, and they still didn't get more than $60. The thing is their own subscribers are starting to see how full of shit they are. They're starting to see the lies. They're starting to see right through it. They're starting to see that neither one of them have had a job or were starting a job. It's like every Wednesday they have a job as they're supposed to start. And when Wednesday hits, there's always some weird reason why they didn't start it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have two. Am I echoing for one?
Mm-mm. I
Okay,
don't hear it.
I got you playing through my car speakers. I'm
Okay,
about
okay.
15 minutes from my house.
Okay.
Um, why did they just wait until last night to start begging for money that they need today
Because
or tomorrow?
the night before, they had already begged for $500 for another week at the hotel. And then last night, they were not only begging for another week, another $500 for the hotel, which they had already begged for the night before. They were also begging on top of that for lift money to get her to her probation. Like, why are they that far away from her probation? If it is that
And
important for her to make it to probation so she doesn't go to jail, then why aren't they at a hotel closer to the probation?
and
Because it's not important for them. What's important for them is to live as far away as possible so they can beg for more money. Now, my guess is they are living right there by the probation office. They're
that's what
living
I was
within
going to say.
yes, they're within a vicinity of their court hearings and their probation offices. But
And
they want everybody to think they're so far away.
another thing, unless the judge specifically says it's in person, usually depending on the circumstances, the judge may allow it to be through Zoom. So
Right.
why
Well,
didn't
if
they
they're
try to
that
do it through
far,
Zoom?
right. If they're that far away, why haven't they talked to her probation officer and said, "Hey, can we just do this to Zoom?" Also, well, I think maybe because she has to pee test
Oh,
and they don't trust her to not pee test right there because knowing them, they would take their daughter's urine and pass it off as theirs
oh yeah,
because
it
that's
wouldn't
the kind of
surprise
people
me at
they
all.
are. No.
It would not surprise me at all. Because I mean,
Yeah.
even though I do not, for me, for the life of me, I do not think they're using meth, but I do think they're either on pills or at least abusing the Suboxone.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
they are
I'm convinced
absolutely
they're
not on
abusing
meth.
that Suboxone. Mm-mm. It's not meth.
They're, I mean,
You can tell by
it's not.
their behavior it's not meth. Now, if I thought that they were on any hard drug other than abusing the Suboxone and probably oxycodone and all this other stuff, I
Yeah,
would say cocaine if
yeah,
it was anything.
yeah. Because I mean, cocaine it will make you zone out. Where meth, you're not going to act like she did that one night when she was so spaced out. That's not how meth
Correct.
does you.
Okay, Indiana Frauditor said not all states allow Zoom anymore. Okay, gotcha. But wouldn't it
Oh,
make
okay.
sense though if your probation office is in one? Why would you live so far away unless they are living close to it
And
and
they're
they're
just trying
telling
to get the
people they live
money.
that far away to get the money? Exactly.
Hmm.
That's my thought. Hey, Purple Dragon. But yeah, he started his live stream and immediately dove right in talking shit about Kick, saying
Hmm.
that
Keith did it.
Kick attacked him or jumped him or something like that. And then
When did
Samantha's
that
all like,
supposed to have happened?
I don't know. First he said it was on a live stream, and then he just started saying that Kick has jumped him without even adding live stream. And then Samantha's running her her mouth like, "Oh, if I had a car right now, I'd drive to Texas." Blah 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 blah. What are you gonna do, bitch? You wouldn't even make it to Texas because you'd pass out from all the drug use that you're doing.
Come to
Have
Texas for
before you
what?
even left before you even left freaking Tennessee.
Who is she going to Texas after you?
Kick.
Oh, I didn't know because that's where Keith lived.
Mm. Everything is Kick's fault. Everything is our fault. They have
Of
no
course.
jobs because of us, which is bullshit. Because I happened to call around at the businesses and stuff, and I asked if they knew them, and they said yes. And I said, do you mind? I'm a journalist doing a story on them, uh, like on behalf of them. I said, just wondering, like, if they applied for jobs, like, why wouldn't they get hired? Almost every single person that did talk to me and answered me stated they have never come in and applied, but if they did, their
Hmm.
criminal background, they wouldn't hire them.
Yeah. I mean, it's nobody else's fault except theirs.
Right. I said, so
No,
has anyone
nobody's
called?
calling his job and be like,
Uh-uh. I said,
because I mean,
has anybody called?
no employer is going to take the word of a stranger without talking to the employee first.
Correct. Because that's why I asked. I said, so have people been calling and like telling you not to hire? And she was like, no, nobody has done that. Why? And I said, no, I was just wondering. It's part of the story that I'm covering. And she was like, okay. And then I'd call the next business. Like, I don't know where all they have, claim to put in applications. So I just called every freaking business in and around the
Did,
vicinity that they're at and
did
asked.
you
A lot
happen
of them
to
know who they are, but they said they have never come in and applied for a job.
did you happen to call the business that he did work for, that tree company?
No, I couldn't remember the name of it. Once I got the name of it, I was going to call it.
I'm thinking he said it in last night's stream.
Did he?
And
Hey, Burn
it
66.
it was one of the more recent ones, if not last night's. It was
Get it
definitely within the
done.
past couple of days.
Saint Cynical One. No, you're absolutely right. I would never hire people like them. The minute I
No.
looked at them and saw their criminal background, nope. And I've been in a business where I was in charge of hiring and firing. And if I looked at somebody's resume and they were arrested like once or twice, and it has been a long time in between or whatever, I always gave them a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. But looking at their records, there's no way in hell I would have hired them. Number one, I would be worried that my product would end up missing. The money would end up missing. And two, I don't need them begging the customers for money.
And you know how he was talking about how he was wanting to go back to a job like the last one he had with the tree company that was contracted through the electrical company. Well, with him being on Suboxone, even if he does have a legitimate prescription,
they're not going to hire him to cut trees.
Clinic, they are not going to put him in a position
he's a liability
where he could possibly injure himself or somebody else.
Right, because he's considered a liability.
Yeah, because Suboxone, depending on how you take it, I mean, it will make you zone out and it will knock you on your butt.
Yeah.
And that's too big of a liability. As long as he is on that, I do not see him getting a job doing what he claimed to have done before.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he's full of shit. So is she. They didn't apply for jobs in the area. And even if they did, they wouldn't have been hired just based on their background, their criminal background. Nobody has called them. Nobody has called their jobs. And even if one or two people did call, no employer is going to go off of one or two people. Kick is not calling everybody in Tennessee and Kentucky and telling people about him. Kick is not attacking him online. Kick isn't doing anything but doing what his job is on YouTube, and that is reporting the truth. If Jeremiah doesn't like the fact that he is reporting the truth, then hey, you have two options. Either straighten your ass up, get a job and take care of your family and stop begging for other people online to continuously support your family, or two, take your dirty laundry and get it off social media. You want to air it all over the internet, then you are going to get criticism. Plain and simple. I knew that before I went online, before I started my YouTube channel. I knew that anything I said personal about myself could be used against me at any time. I choose what to say about my life. That's my choice. If it's used against me, that's my fault because I aired it out. What I don't want people to know, because I don't need it out there because it's too personal, I'm not going to say it. And I sure as hell I'm not going to sit in a live stream begging for money, telling everybody about my drug history and that I can't get a job and that I've been homeless for 4 years. When you've been homeless for 4 fucking years and you are young enough and you don't have that to me, like you're not in a wheelchair, you're not paralyzed, you're able to go out and walk, but you've been homeless for 4 years, you've been homeless by choice. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's easier for you to beg for money and get food stamps than it is for you to go out and work because you're too damn lazy.
And although me and you talked about it earlier today, and I 110% do not agree with like everybody piling in on him, making all of these accusations. But however, at the same time, if he is willing to put his business out there like that, then he's got to accept the fact that people are going to throw it back in his face.
Correct.
I mean, that's just how it is. If you put whatever you put out there, I mean, not everybody's going to agree with it, and they're
Right.
going to throw it back in your face. And you got to be man or woman enough to take it.
Right.
And if you're not, then stop putting it out there. That's all it is to it. But they don't. I mean, I think
Sorry.
when it all comes down to it, it's just pure laziness.
Absolutely. Hold on.
I timed that pretty good. About 2 minutes from my house.
Nice. I'm not paying attention to chat at the moment. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not. My phone's. I'm not even holding my phone. I got it connected to my Bluetooth.
I'm like
I
doing
hear your
15
bird.
million things. Yeah, they're out. I love these birds.
Of them.
Let's see. I'm just checking out. I'm coming right back, people. Hold on. I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got it right. Okay. I have to set all my colors back up. It's ridiculous here.
All your colors.
Everything has to be set back up because I had to start a new account because I ran out of
Oh, okay.
of everything. So it's like I ran out of what is it? Oh, there's the color thing. Because when you've used all of the stuff, all of your allowance, I guess it is, then you have to do a new one.
Oh, okay.
How do you get that to like
Oh, well,
scroll?
I was 10 seconds late. 10 seconds past my driveway.
Oh
I got
wow.
to run my mailbox first. So, I mean, I timed it pretty close. I said 15 minutes and I'd be home, and it was like 10 seconds after. And no mail.
How do you get it to scroll? Why is it not showing me?
Mm.
It usually does. Oh, there it is. Duh. Alright, my colors should be good. Things should be going properly now. I think. That means I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to read down my music and my countdown, which is totally fine. Aw, thank you,
I
Blunkle
mean,
Dragon, for the $5 super chat. For you, my friend, I love you. I love you too. Okay. One thing I have noticed, he has not been begging for Chili to my trouble. Oh yeah, Chili's not going to help him anymore.
oh
He's not.
no.
Do you know that you still have another live stream going that was scheduled for 8:04? Huh? Do I really?
No. I'm fixing to run it. I'm going to jump off of here and run in
Uh-huh.
and grab my laptop, and I'll be right back on.
All right. Well, he either privated it or YouTube took it down because I know there were, along with myself, there were a lot of people that reported that live stream that he just did because of the threats he was making. Yeah, Chili already grifted enough off of him. He knows that nobody else is going to give the money that they gave last time. So Chili is literally not going to beg for money for him anymore. he knows that cash cow has dried up. I mean, as you can see, he only got $60 last night. That's what I'm hoping, Kimmy Dawn. I mean, he was literally threatening us, threatening Kick. Um, that's why I wanted to go live with it, because I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. This has got to stop. We got that cringe chili video, huh? What do you mean we got that cringe chili video? I don't understand. Oh God. BSBT is live. Ugh. So YouTube did take it off? Good. Okay. I know I reported it. I don't know how many more of you reported it, but good job. We have to have those like I honestly, nobody asked for it to be taken down. Everybody made it their own choice to report it with the threats and everything that were going on. And how many of you, if you believe that he really called the police and the police really did show up, put a 1 in the chat. If you believe that he pretended to call the police and they didn't show up, put a 2 in the chat. I don't think that he actually called the police, and I sure as hell don't think the police showed up, because when he put us on pause, so-called pause, when the police showed up, he was only talking to the officer, what, not even 5 full minutes. Like, come on. Who does he think he's fooling? He's so stupid. Like, and if he was calling the police on us and Kick and everything, he would have wanted to air the whole conversation with the officer to prove that he was making a report. Like, no officer comes up and you sit there and you're like, okay, I need to make a report. These people, let me give you a list of these people. These people they're making threats to me and they're hurting my feelings online and they're making me cry. And because of them, my wife's going to go to jail because, well, she's too afraid to go down to the probation office because she's going to piss dirty instead of clean and blah, blah, blah. So here, take that report down. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, no one does that. Absolutely, Blurple Dragon. You are right. Hey, Pokey. Hey, Yogi. Hey, Society Red. Hi, Trifold. Hey, Tombstone. He was talking bullshit. A statement or a report would have taken up to an hour. Absolutely. You're watching me? What am I doing bad? What am I wearing? If you're watching me, you would know what I'm wearing right now. Exactly. Get offline if you can't take it. I mean, it's hurting his feelings because we are putting the truth out about him. If it hurts your feelings that much, stop lying, stop being a criminal, stop being a junkie, and get your life together. He doesn't even have to do it for himself. Do it for that little girl. But we all know he won't, because he hasn't in 4 years. They became homeless when that little girl was 1 year old. Could you imagine? I mean, come on. No, I am wearing clothes, Yogi. Well, of course I'm wearing pink hair. Bad. That's a plain giveaway. I sure as hell didn't dye my hair between yesterday and today. And if I do, it's gonna be a, the dull color of pink that I have it. It's like it's a light dull pink, and I want to do it a light dull purple, kind of like a light, I don't know what it's called, I guess violet, with my black roots. Just wearing socks does not count as clothing. I don't wear socks. I hate socks. If I wear socks, that I have to wear the no-shows. Predator Reaper, troll the hell out of Jeremy. Oh, we are. Don't worry. What did Kimmy Dawn say? Oh, she was talking to Donald. Oh, okay. Yeah, there was no way that he really called the police. The police never showed up at his house. Or at his house. What am I talking about? Their hotel room. And if their hotel room is $65 a night, How come he needs $500 a week? $65 a night does not average out to $500. The last I checked, it didn't. I suck at math, but I'm not wearing a bra and I'm in a G-string with fish sticks. Actually, bad. I'm wearing a spaghetti strap tank top and blue jeans. So you're way off. Cho de tros. Yes, absolutely.
So did he end the stream?
No, it got taken down. I reported it, and I know a lot of other people reported it. I
No.
didn't think it would actually get taken down, but it did.
Sorry.
Are you dragging a dead body?
Who? Me?
You. Oh, well, never mind. 65 times 7 is $455 with tax. Yeah, okay. It would have been $500 a week. My bad. See, I told you I wasn't that great at math. Now, you put me in front of a computer and ask me to build software, I gotcha. But math, no. But I can code the hell out of software and a website. I'm one of those rare web designers that still uses C++. Like everybody else uses templates and shit. No, I code. I start with all coding. I end with all coding. And do you know why I do it that way? Not to make life worse and harder for me, but so that if there's a mistake in the website, I know exactly where to go and where to fix it. But if you're using a template and you go in and there's a mistake, you're going to be ripping your hair out trying to fix whatever that issue is. That's why I code it all by hand. I used to make good money building websites for companies in Florida. And then Wix came out. And everyone realized, hey, we can build our own websites now for really cheap instead of paying that girl $1,200 to $1,500, whatever they needed, like how big it was, how much stuff was on it. My prices were, if it was a small website, like two pages, then $500. If it was a major website, which I did quite a few of those for like construction companies and stuff. Those usually ran up in the $1,500 range. And guess what? My prices were extremely cheap compared to my competition. Hey, LPS Angel Eyes official. The thing is, though, and I loved doing software development. I worked for a company called Diginet. You know all these websites now where you can chat with customer service? Like they have that little thing at the bottom with a little chat icon and you can chat and talk to customer service without having to call them. We were the first company to develop the software for that. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. It took us 6 months and I loved every second. The downside is I sat there 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. So I lost a lot of time with my daughter because at that time I was still a single parent. But that's what I went to school for, so I could have one job instead of 2 jobs going to school. And I got my dream job. I was a software developer, but 16 hours a day, 6 days a week was a lot. And then after we developed that software, we started a whole new other project, which was similar. And halfway through the project, we lost that multi-million-dollar contract, which shut us down.
Oh, wow.
And I remember it was a Saturday morning. We didn't have to come in until noon that day, so I was sleeping in. And I remember somebody banging at my door. And at that time, we had cell phones, but they were like the really shitty Nokias. And mine was, I think it was a prepaid. I can't remember. But, oh no, it wasn't prepaid. That's right. We didn't have prepaid yet. I kept it turned off at night. And somebody was banging at my door and I got up and got it. It was one of my coworkers. And he was like, yeah, Robert says we need to come in now. And I'm like, why are we coming in right now? And he was like, I don't know, but we couldn't get a hold of you on the phone. And I was like, okay, I'm coming. So I went in my pajamas, carried Shauna half asleep out the door. We went up there and we're all sitting there, and he's like, I have to let everybody go.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what? What do you mean you have to let us go? Like, we have this multi-million-dollar software we're developing. And he was like, I don't know why, but they pulled out. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? We got $5,000 severance pay, but that doesn't last long when you live in Florida. But it was a blessing because, like I said, it was 16 hours a day. It kept me away from my daughter. Hey, Kick. I was just up here. I have your back. You know I have your back at all times.
Hey, Kick.
And the minute I saw Jeremetha on there threatening you and blaming you for, every bad thing that's happened in his life since he was in the womb, I had to come on and have your back. Hey, Only Frauds. Yeah, he says that you attacked him or you jumped him or something. First he was saying it was in a live stream, and then he just stopped saying in a live stream and just kept saying you jumped him, because he wants people to think that you really jumped him. And according to Samantha, if she had a car right now, she'd drive to Texas to find you. Okay. He is awesome, isn't he? See, that's the difference. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 100 million times. The difference between our community and the frauditing community is that we have each other's backs no matter what. They will turn on each other for a small bag of meth. It is sad. The minute one of them says anything negative about the other one, the entire community is against each other. It's sad. Oh, LPS Andrew, you don't know anything about Jeremiah? Oh, wow. I know, bad. I agree. Kick said he'll be right back. Oh, Tombstone, do you want to come up? I haven't had you up here in a while. Let's see. And then I was going to invite Kick up when he got back if he wanted to come up.
Hey, Kimmy.
I mean, I know that we constantly say that everything is Kick's problem or Kick's fault, but when it literally comes to Jeremiah, no, it's not Kick's fault. That's all Jeremiah's fault. He screwed his own life.
Hey, Artie.
I think the frauditors are more fighting over the bags of orange. Ow, stop. Ow. Oh my God. Not even bags of oranges, just oranges on the street. And technically that orange was not on the ground. He took it right off the thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Oh my goodness, Uncle Artie's here. Hello, guys.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes.
Check your I just
good.
sent you a text.
Do what, huh?
I just sent you a text. Or do I need to
Text?
send it in
Oh.
Messenger?
No, I'll check it.
Okay.
So how is everybody? Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Doing pretty good here. Just got home.
I'm still hurting, but I'm here. Okay, me.
Still hurting, but you're here.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't. I did something weird to my back. I don't know what it is. I think one of the screws that came out of the rod in my spine is pressing against a nerve.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. Can't feel part of my right leg. Can't feel part of my right arm and hand, and the pain is insane.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, that's what it's got to be. Either that or somehow or another you pinched your nerve.
I did the MRI today, so I don't know the results yet. Yeah. Welcome back,
Did I
Ernie.
ever tell you that I have a BB in my chin?
Hi, Bobby.
No.
Doing?
You have a BB in your chin?
I have a BB in my chin where my cousin shot me with a BB gun.
Oh my God.
When we were kids, I think I might have been around 10, 11, 12, somewhere around that age. Me and two of my cousins, they were brothers. We decided we was gonna get out there in the woods and we was gonna play war. And me and my cousin that's just a couple of months younger than me, we had sticks for our pew pews. Well,
Uh-huh.
his older brother, my older cousin, had a BB gun. And he wasn't shooting at us, but he shot a barrel and it ricocheted off the barrel and got me right in the chin. And you can move it around.
Wow.
Oh, now that's got to hurt.
Ouch.
That has seriously got to hurt.
I mean, I thought I was going to die. I mean, it was blood everywhere. And I
Ooh.
went to my aunt, like, am I going to die? She was like,
Oh my
no, it's
God.
not even in there. But it's
Blurple
still in
Reagan.
there. You can roll it around.
Yeah. In third
Sorry,
grade, I had
Dragon.
this really cute girl. Heidi Lipscomb was her name. She's walking by with the pencil, and I don't know if she tripped or she meant to, and stab right in my left kneecap. Ooh. That pencil lead broke off,
Ouch.
and it's still in there today.
Oh God.
Ow.
Dragon
Ooh, blimey.
said she thought it was bad when she took a lawn dart. What the hell?
Oh, I did that too.
Oh.
Oh, I love those. And it's not my
Wow.
birthday, people. It's that fictional corporate arty sellout dude.
Are you sure? Because I was gonna sing happy birthday.
No. That's okay.
Okay. I'll wait till you
No.
roll one then.
I couldn't remember
You're
one.
gonna have to wait until about 6 days before Chalita's birthday.
Oh, you poor thing.
God.
You're in the same week.
I was born before that bastard, so I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to make it a habit to sing happy birthday to everybody's birthdays in here.
If
Oh, I
I
feel
sing,
so
it's considered a war crime.
Ow.
Hey, I'm sorry you had to cry last night about Jarametta and Samantha's pimping.
It's not
It
your
pissed me
fault.
off.
When I think about that little girl, and then I heard that she was sitting next to a gun and literally said she was sitting next to a gun, I couldn't help it. I just started crying. Like there was no stopping it.
Whoa.
No.
Hold on a minute. Did you just say Skylar was sat
Mhm.
right next to a firearm?
Yes. And it was
Even
all
if
on
it
live
was a
stream.
BB gun, it don't matter.
What?
It wasn't a BB gun. Right before all that happened, he was talking about his Smith & Wesson.
Mm.
He was bragging
Well, he
about
could
it.
be, unless he showed, he could be talking shit. Because I heard today that the cops supposedly gave him a device that if you text or call him and it's unknown, he will know who your number is.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. The cops didn't give him anything like that. I called. They don't
No.
even have that kind of thing. So he's full of shit. Just like I called the businesses in and around all those towns that he claims he's been to, lived in, and went to try and find jobs at. And anybody I spoke to said neither one of them have applied to any of those jobs. And even if they had, they wouldn't have hired them due to their criminal record. And nobody has mass called any of them telling them not to hire them.
Yeah, who was the Huckleberry sounding cancer stick woman? That
Oh, I don't know. I didn't like
I
her.
don't.
I muted her.
Jacqueline, I guess she's
Jacqueline
Freedom.
Hyde, I think.
Freedom,
it's what-
somebody's wife. Freeman.
Oh, she loves that N word, all right. And then she'd offered him basically menial labor jobs. And Jerry meth for like 15 an hour, something like that. Oh yeah, I won't do it. Yeah, how come you had to go on begging later on last night?
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to say is this: if they keep going down this road, Skylar's going to get taken off them.
That's what we're hoping.
Permanent.
Yeah, and that's
You need
and the thing is, once that child is in the system, it's going to be extremely, if neon impossible, for them to get that child back.
That's my hope.
I wish I could adopt that kid.
I wish I could.
I wish I could, but unfortunately, I can't because I'm in the UK. So
I agree with y'all,
can
but
adopt
my
from
thing
the
is a little
US.
bit darker. What should happen? I won't say it online.
I want to see that little girl in a safe place, and where she is not a safe place. They use her for money, and that's it.
She needs to be in a safe place where she's surrounded by people that are going to love her and care for her and protect her and give her the education that she needs. While she's stuck with them two, she will never go anywhere in life.
No.
She will, she won't go anywhere. She'll end up a teenage dropout,
Pregnant
drinking
at 13.
booze. Yeah, pregnant
on
13.
drugs.
Yeah, she's going to be all of them things. And
Yep.
and what?
And they're going to be celebrating it. That's what's sad. They will be celebrating it.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah,
and
my thing is,
and that's
that
what's
when's the last time she went to bed with a full belly?
Yeah, that's something else as well.
Yeah,
and it's not just
But
that.
we got money for cigarettes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Susan.
And so, do you know how many times in life I went without cigarettes so I could feed my kids? Several. If I had $5 to my name when I was a single mom, and it was cigarettes or food for my kids, it went straight to the food.
You know, I don't know how much Suboxone goes for on the street there in Tennessee, but where I'm at,
I think Suboxone goes for around about me. I think it's like $5 to $10 a tablet.
Yeah,
depending on the dosage.
The last time I checked, I knew somebody
in
who
Alabama,
sold it.
It's the 8 milligram goes for $20 pill, and the strip will be even higher than that.
The strips are way higher.
Yeah,
I knew a woman who got a prescription for them and sold half, and she was making like $25 per strip.
Yep.
Wow.
And I was like, "Bitch, you are nuts." That's why I didn't hang around with her.
You know what really is sort of like picking at my curiosity at the moment is this. If they're taking Suboxone, what are the chances that they might be taking OxyContin as well?
Or methadone or something like that? Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he's saying, because the thing what's confusing me is he's saying, I've been clean for this amount of years.
No, he hasn't.
Well, if you're taking Suboxone, OxyContin, or anything like that, sorry,
you're abusing
you're not clean. It's as simple as that.
I think his thing is he's saying, since I haven't been on meth for this amount of time, I'm clean. Just because you got off one drug and now you're on a cocktail of them does not make you clean.
No, and what if Skylar happens to get into it?
Oh my God. Yes, what are they going to do when
that's
that
what's
happens?
worrying me.
Yeah,
that is
what
what's
are they going to
worrying
do
me.
when that little girl eats a thing of Suboxone and ODs?
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically, and this is just throwing it way out there. If the only thing they are taking is a Suboxone, and they're taking it like they're supposed to, then that is considered clean.
If they're taking it correctly, yes, but I don't think they are.
Oh, I know.
That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true. I've not witnessed
they're abusing it. The
they
only
need
thing is
$500 way more than once a week.
If I saw some comments about the way she appeared that one night, I think it was right after they got out of jail, when you could tell she was high as a kite.
She was reaching for the stars. That one I could tell you.
Yeah,
that's how high she was.
Yes. Had any Suboxone while she was in jail? That length of time.
That night she was so high.
That would make her that high.
Okay, Indiana Frauditor Watchman. Didn't you know them or something, or am I just mistaking you for somebody else? And they have drug and shoplifting charges. They're definitely not clean. Yeah.
When's the last time they had a drug charge?
Oh man, I'd have to go through my phone and find all that. Hold on. Somebody might know in the chat a lot faster than I can look. When was the last time they had a drug charge? Wasn't it? Kind of. Isn't that why she's on probation?
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Bad said he's going to Alabama me upside my head.
Oh my God.
Bad. Have you ever heard of what a red dirt road butt whooping is?
Uh-oh.
How that meth mama looks when she colors that hair. I'm sorry, makes me think of two things. One, that money could have been used towards Skylar, and two, she just perpetuates the notion that whenever a woman dyes her hair with a crayon box, she's that much more psycho. The more color, the more psycho.
Yeah.
She literally looked like she'd stuck a finger in a socket that day and got an absolutely shocking experience from it, because it was that was just, oh my Lord!
She kept getting into the camera. Look at my chicken hair. Oh my God, my chicken hair.
It literally. I'm not joking here, right? It literally made the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz look more appealing.
Yeah.
Than that. I mean, that was just.
No. The Wizard of Oz or the Wiz, the one that came out like in 2013 or something like that. Because when she got transformed into the witch, she still looked kind of hot.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Transferring into the witch, you look more appealing. Because that was just one great big mess that I saw there in the background. But I can promise you
welcome
this.
back, LPS.
And I am making a prediction here. Skylar is going to get taken off him.
Good. That's what I'm thinking too.
Because at the end of the day, this is how I see it. Social services are only going to take so much shit.
Yeah.
For so
did social
so
service
long.
get called today?
Yeah.
CPS did, I think.
CPS did. Which social services? Yeah.
Not sure who did that, and I applaud the person that did that. But Lord Birdie told me last night.
You see, the thing is, you see what happens is,
I'm not going to say it
when the CPS gets so many amount of complaints, it doesn't matter what the parents say at the end of the day. They get put on a list.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which basically means is if any more complaints start coming through because of what they've been doing and how they've been acting, they are on that list, which then goes on to a protection order. Once it becomes a protection order, at that point, the social services will then and say, right, this is how many complaints have been made. We've seen what's been going on social media, the amount of complaints that have been coming in, also YouTube and whatever other, platform that that they're on, because it's going to come up. And this is the reason why this has probably been taken off as well, because I don't want social services jumping on the bandwagon. And they'll just simply say to them, look, you either clean up your act, start taking the regular test, get out of this hotel room and get yourself proper jobs, show that you are able to care for that child by putting her in a school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what CPS said to them last night, though?
No, I didn't quite catch it.
They offered them an apartment. They said they had housing for them, and they denied it. They declined it.
Why?
Well, if it was me at that point, I would then I'd go to a judge and ask for a protection order and have that child taken off them, because
that's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, because they've been given every opportunity to give that child the life that she deserves. Because at the moment, they are denying her that life.
Correct.
So why do they deny the apartment?
Because then they can't grift $500 a week.
Mm.
Plus travel expenses. Because if they were offered housing, that means it was going to be low income, and at the time with no income, it would have been zero rent until they got some kind of income. He doesn't want that, because if anybody finds out that he's living in an apartment with low income and paying nothing in rent, then what's he gonna ask? What is he gonna have an excuse to ask for money for? He's not gonna have anything.
And not only that, the other thing you got to think about as well is it's a fixed abode as well, which means that he would have to have roots, set his roots and set that place as well.
Right.
Which means people are going to know where he's living.
Who he is. Yep.
Yeah. Who he is, where he's living. the people in the neighborhood are going to know who he is, where he's living, because they're going to be looking.
Mhm.
They are going to be watching him constantly. They're going to be thinking,
Yep.
who the heck are these two weirdos that just moved into, onto our street? Look at that poor kid. Stuff like that. The reason there are so many reasons why he's doing it for that particular reason. One, yeah, you're right, because it'll make his grifting a lot easier. He's going to con people out of money a lot easier. Not only that,
Right.
he's going to be able to move around a lot more, a lot more. So he's so detectable by CPS. That's another reason as well. And that is the reason why I think the reason why CPS offered him housing was so that they could keep a closer eye on him. And he knows that.
Yes, he knew that. Exactly.
Bad. I don't think they're at his mom's.
They're not, because his mom's going to get evicted if they stay there again. Remember, they got kicked out. They're only allowed to stay there for 3 days, and that's it.
3 days every, I think, 45 days, something like that.
And she must have begged and pleaded with her landlord not to kick her out.
I mean, she broke her contract.
Exactly, which is she put her tenancy at risk because of that idiot.
I know.
Well,
It's
will these
frustrating.
Housing.
Seriously, will these two ever learn? Will they ever learn to pull their heads out their backsides and actually get a job, get clean, and put that child in a school?
Wait, Bad, how do you know? Like, do you have actual proof? Because if you do, can you just email it to me? Because when I spoke with the detective today and CPS, like, at least I can say, yes, I know where they're at. I mean, they know where they're at, but when I'm calling, I don't sound dumb when I'm like, I don't know what hotel they're in. Or I don't know this, and that. I mean, they understood everything, and they wanted clips of last night's live streams, which I was able to give them. So that's the thing, is he sits there and he does these live streams and incriminates himself and then thinks if he just takes them down immediately that nothing's going to happen. We still are able to download these.
Bad. The mom would have been evicted if they stay there. So I don't believe they're at his mom's.
I seriously don't think that his mum is going to risk getting an eviction because of them two. Again, she's already probably been warned once. She's not going to get a second chance.
No,
I agree, Dad.
Because if I'd have been the landlord, and I'd have found out,
exactly.
she would have been out. She would have been gone.
I'll give Bad the benefit of the doubt, because yes, what I last remembered is they're allowed to stay there 3 days a month. So it is possible, or 3 to 7 days a month. I can't remember.
3 days.
3 days a month, wasn't it?
45 days.
Every 45, and guess what? They were already there within the last 45 days for 3 days.
Yep.
Yeah, did you see that I offered him a job down here at the Bar and Grill, for a bouncer?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, and they got all pissy about it. I was going to offer him a chance to bounce his, to come off the glory holes and all that. Then he can bounce his own ass out of the Bar and Grill. I paid $15 for it.
Are you serious?
They don't want a job.
It's about as much use as a wet lettuce.
Wait, where is your bar and grill? Is it a real bar and grill, or is it fictitious?
Anywhere there's stupidity, there's a bar and grill.
Absolutely. They don't want a job. They want just the money. That's it.
Yep.
That's why they've been homeless for 4 years, because they have chosen to stay homeless for 4 years.
Oh, did you hear his excuse for that when he was being interviewed by Green Menace?
No.
Oh, I was kind of like scratching my head a little bit about it, and I thought, seriously, you must be so dumb. It's unreal. Basically, what he was saying is he's been bouncing around, in hotels. He's been homeless for like 4 years. He's saying, oh, it's about $2,000 a month hotel room, and
Right.
it's difficult to get himself out of. Well, there's a simple solution to that. Get a job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what we've been telling him.
Get a job.
And he keeps saying, oh yeah, look at all these trolls. These trolls keep telling me just to get a job, it's that easy. Well, no, it's not, because you trolls keep calling everywhere and making sure I can't get a job. Nobody's calling anywhere. Nobody is telling people not to hire them. At the most, I think we would band together and beg these people to hire them for that little girl's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I think
he's taken all of his live chats down from the past. I mean, all the way back to 2 months ago.
Oh,
Chili's
I wonder why.
Oh, a month ago. My bad.
Yeah, even if it's a month ago. Yeah. I wonder why. Maybe that's because that was when he got found out.
Right.
And
Jonathan Cully, I texted you. Check your text.
Seriously, he needs that. Both of them need really seriously. They need to pull the socks up and start looking for work. Get out there, get clean, get out there, look for work.
Yes.
Put that child. If you love the way that I see it is this, Jeremiah, if you're listening to this, I want you to listen to me. If you care about that child, if you love Skylar that much that you're willing to do anything for her, get up off your ass and get a job. Simple as that. If you can't do that, then pass Skylar on to somebody that can care for her, just for a small time.
They don't want to, though. That is the problem, and I hate saying it. That is the problem. Neither one of them want to work. They're too lazy and too high. So they use the only thing that they want that little girl for, in my opinion, is so they have somebody to beg for money for. Because if they didn't have that little girl, nobody would give them a dime.
Nope.
Are they on welfare or anything like that? Public assistance?
Food stamps and Medicaid. Because if you get food stamps, you usually get Medicaid right along with it.
Yeah, because wasn't Skylar sick? Wasn't she ill?
Yeah.
I don't know what she was ill with, but she was ill with something.
Remember.
But that was just before Christmas. That was actually.
Really quickly, Takedown Exposing Frauditors. Thank you for the $2.20 super chat. They think that's Canadian dollars. Hello to all. Kimmy Don, you're the best. You're on the wrong channel,
Kimmy Don, baby.
I'm joking.
But your hubby's live too right now. What you doing over here, Kimmy Don?
Oh, he was flirting with Melissa last night. He's cheating.
Hey,
on Kimmy Don.
Takedown Exposing Frauditors. Hey, I've got to say this, brother. Excellent work you've been doing lately. Keep it up, because you've been doing some excellent stuff, my man.
Have you been watching Dick Bag Patrol's videos? Those things are hilarious.
I've been watching a couple of. When was the last one?
He's awesome. Today.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yesterday? It might have been yesterday. My bad.
I think it was yesterday. I'm not quite sure. I've been having problems with my notifications every time.
So have I.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck's been going off, but I've not been getting my notifications through that I should be getting through.
It's Chili's fault because he sucks so much. He sucks up all the notifications.
If Chili sucked any harder, it'd turn into a big black hole, and that is
I know, right?
And that's a galactic event. There is.
Who's that? Nightwolf. Yeah, they don't care about her. They only care about her enough to make money off of the fact, hey, we have a kid, so we really do need money. I mean, they're getting to the point of where Chili was when Chili was grifting for himself, like, hey, I need money. You can go 2 to 3 days without food because I really do need the money. Like, it's getting to that point with Jeremiah. And he said that he's getting restraining orders against all the channels that are talking shit about him, saying that once the restraining order is there, then we cannot make videos about him or talk about him. He's a dumbass, because all the restraining order means is we can't talk directly to him or pass messages through a third party. A restraining order does not mean we cannot talk about him.
Kick said he was going to wipe his ass with the restraining order once he got it.
I hope he records
I love
it.
Kick.
I do too. Kick is
I think Kick is absolutely awesome. I really do. Some of the there's just, how can I explain it? There's just something about his tone and his voice and the way that he reads them letters, where I am literally in stitches laughing because it. I mean, with things like Chile, when he's taught or Jeremiah, with his texts and stuff like that. Oh my Lord!
Right?
Yeah. Oh God! I'm just sat there laughing laughing myself off to death because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
absolutely. What was it? There was something that happened last night. Oh no. I'm still giddy over the fact that Chili added me to his lawsuit and used a video that had him telling all his subscribers to mass report Welsh News Network.
well, I'll say
just throw yourself under the bus, why don't you?
Yeah, but I will say this much. Just before I came onto here, I was actually on Welsh News Network's channel, just listening to some of the stuff. And he has got the video of Chili's arrest of the actual police officer that was actually holding him.
Right.
Which was that was interesting, very, very interesting. But you see, well, it was because he was making some very, how can I put it, sexual comments, to the officer.
Wow.
Saying, I mean, the police officer actually said that he was making sexual comments, towards him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like basically he was saying, suck my dick.
Wow.
But you see, the thing is though, Chili, who would want to suck that dick when when Charlie's been licking it?
Right.
With the Nutella.
Poor Charlie.
Oh yeah, the Nutella. Definitely.
Jared, I've already seen this, and you know what the best part about this whole spot fun that Jeremiah has is that he had a premonition that he's going to get arrested November 9th of 2024. Like he's saying, I got falsely arrested November 9th of 2024. That's how he starts this fundraiser off.
Who said that?
Jeremiah.
Well, how does he know that? Has he got a bit of crystal ball? Because I'd love to know if he can see the lottery numbers as well.
I'm gonna pull it up. I think I can pull it. I made a video about this. I was like, holy shit, he traveled into the future, got arrested, and now he's trying to get funds for when next year comes around, he'll already have the money for it. But then he would have already eaten that in chemicals, so never mind.
Riding the DeLorean with 18.21 gigawatts.
Oh man, there's a beer. I swear to God, I've got a beer that's gigawatts, something like that. My wife got me a 6-pack of it. I need to do a commercial for it. Funny as hell. Oh my God.
It's stick a DeLorean
Nation's Brewery in Carrollton, Texas. Oh my God.
If I'm a DeLorean, then you could put it on. You could put that beer pack on top of the bumper. Back to the Future with 21 gigawatts.
Hold on. Oh shit! Let me walk in the kitchen.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Apparently, the troll army has found a new target.
What?
Creepos. live stream.
Okay, people, I'm going to give you my opinion on Creepo's live stream, okay? Well, just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out for a second. I believe fully, and I was in his stream today where he was walking around Watertown, and he is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to the history of these old-ass buildings. Not only was he streaming everything around there, but he was pointing out the building, saying when it was built, saying what it's known for. He went into the library where you are allowed to film, and the reason you're allowed to film in there is because the architecture is absolutely breathtaking. And he was showing every piece of this building, and it was just absolutely beautiful. He's got a knack for being a tour guide. He's great at it. This is what I'm asking you guys as my subscribers, okay? I am asking you, do not go over there and dump on him. Try to encourage him to stick with the tour guide videos. That's what he's good at. He is amazing at it. Please don't go over there and shit all over him. Try and help him get to that point so that he's not out there doing these stupid frauditor videos where he's just going to get himself in trouble and probably get himself hurt again. I'm asking you guys as a favor for me if you guys can do that.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have a building historian who knows his stuff about the buildings and actually goes in there and tells you the history of the building? Or would you rather have a frauditor? I wonder which one would pay better, because if it was up to me, I reckon you'd get more views and a lot and
he
money.
Would. I told him that
from being a building, a building historian.
Absolutely.
My
and he
thing
is very knowledgeable on it. And if you listen to him, like if you go to his videos where he's antagonizing the people at the bar or talking about the people, he's stuttering and he's all upset and he's stumbling over his words. But damn it, today when he was talking about these buildings and showing the architecture and even telling the history of the town, not once did he stutter. And you could hear like there was even some joy in his voice when he was talking about this. I was blown away. Yes, the little shit pissed me off this last week. I admit that. But I'm all about second chances. So yes, I wanted to give him a second chance. So I went and I looked at his live stream, and damn it, he was doing amazing. That's all I'm asking is I'm asking you guys not to go shit on him. Just if you're gonna go over, please try and encourage him to do more of the tour videos and stay away from the auditing videos.
And
I know he was an asshole. I know that. I'm not making an excuse. I'm not asking you guys to forgive him for anything he said or done. I'm just asking you guys to put that away for now, okay? And encourage him to be a better person, to go directly for that. He will make so much more money on YouTube if he went that route. He would get more supporters, more subscribers, more likes, more views. I'm thinking also on the side of his children, okay? And I had this epiphany last night. I prayed. I went to sleep because I asked God, what do you want me to do? Because I can either keep fighting with him and keep shitting all over him, but right now my focus needs to be on Chili and Jeremiah. And when in my dream, I was literally told in my dream to encourage him to do the tour things. And by God, this morning when I woke up, there he was doing a live stream and he was showing the town of Watertown. And I'm like, okay, let's just bury the hatchet. Let's forget everything between us happened. And I'm going to encourage this kid to go forward with this. That's all I'm asking is please don't go over there and shit on him. Encourage him to do the tour videos.
What's the difference between what he does and, I mean, I'm trying to see how to word this.
The difference between what he does and what people like Anselmo does? When he goes frauditing?
No, I'm talking about whenever it comes to the kid.
What do you mean?
Why? Actually, I think this needs to just be a conversation between me and you.
Sounds good. We'll do that later.
Hello.
Yes. Pokey.
Pokey. Hey.
Hey, Pokey. Sorry, I was running my mouth.
I will say, I will not go in his chat, but any other chat that he is in, he is fair game until he learns how to actually apologize and stop making sexist comments to women, sexual comments to women in the chat. Then no, there is no respect for him there.
I agree, and I am working on that one, me. Okay, do you trust me?
I trust you, but I don't.
Okay, then let me take care of that.
I don't even know if I would accept an apology.
You don't have to have anything to do with him. I'm not asking you to have anything to do with him. I'm not asking you to do what I've just asked my subscribers to do, because that you're on a whole different. What happened with you guys was a whole different level than what happened with me and him. So,
okay, but what's the difference between other people going in his chat doing what they do in Jeremiah's chat?
What do you mean when they're going in and shitting all over Matt?
Why is it okay to go into Jeremiah's chat trolling him, but not Matt's?
I have not once told anybody to go into Jeremiah's chat and troll him.
No, I'm not saying you told him to. But you also haven't asked them not to.
Because, and hear me out, Jeremiah, first of all, is a junkie liar who refuses to work, refuses to take care of his kid, and uses his kid for money. I have yet to see Matt use his children and beg for money off YouTube. I have yet to hear him or see him being high. And at least he's not homeless. Voluntarily homeless. You know, do you get where I'm going with that? Jeremiah is a danger to his children, or to his child.
I get that, but tell me one person that you have ever known.
Oh, I don't believe in going into his chat. Right, and I don't believe in going even into Jeremiah's chat and just calling him names and cussing at him and stuff like that. No, I don't. I say, go into his chat and tell him to get a damn job and tell him to clean his act up and start paying attention to life and take care of that kid. Stop being a selfish, lazy piece of shit. I agree with that. But to go in and hound him about his nude photos and stuff, if those photos were sent to a 9-year-old boy, there's your other difference. If that's why I said if.
But yet people are doing that. They're going in his chat.
But I can't control them. I can ask my own subscribers to do something, and I still can't even control them. And I'm not saying what they're doing, even in Jeremiah's, is right when they're going in there and just dumping on him like the way they're like threatening him and stuff like that. No, that's not right. Going in and calling him out on his lies and his bullshit and his grifting and the mental and emotional abuse he's putting on that child, yes, I do agree that should be done. But everything else on the other side of it, no, I don't agree with just going into somebody's channel and saying threatening things and focusing. Like, I make fun of his wife for her voice or whatever, but I'm not going to go in there and just dog her day after day after day. I think I dogged her one time, and I told her to get the horse dick out of her throat. That was it. But that was one time.
You got to remember that you don't need to make him look like a fool, because he's making himself look like a fool.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to do that.
Right.
If he starts lying and BSing and bullshitting to people, then you have to call him out on it. It's as simple as that. You can't.
How many times do you have to call somebody out?
As many times as it takes, because eventually.
And I'm not taking up for Jeremiah and Samantha.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
But what has anything that this community has done going into their chat, accusing them, attacking them, how has anything lifted them up?
It hasn't.
Well, how can you lift up people that don't want to even be lifted up?
But what I'm asking is,
because they're scum of earth. They are scum of human beings.
That may be. I'm not disagreeing with that. They are. But whenever you got somebody in a hole, and even if they're not trying to dig their way out of that hole in a manner that we think they should, if you continue beating somebody back down into that hole, they're never going to get out.
So you think that by us going in there and tearing him down, we're keeping him there?
I don't think it's helping him getting out. I'm not saying it's keeping him there. All I'm saying is not going to help him get out.
He is a grown adult.
He is. And so is
something years old.
So is Matt. And if Matt can make those comments that he made, then if it's okay to go after one, then it's okay to go after all.
Okay. All I'm saying is, yeah, I get where you're coming from, and those comments that he made to you were completely inappropriate and uncalled for. I agree. I totally agree. But we also have not seen him do even half or 1/3 of what Jeremiah has done. That's my difference between Matt and Jeremiah. Am I running over to become Matt's best friend? No. But I want to see him go a different route than the frauditing.
Sometimes you have to choose the lesser of the two evils.
Correct. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of.
That's how it is at the end of the day. Nobody's perfect.
No.
No one is an absolute saint. For people to think that that they're perfect, they are seriously deluded. And at the end of the day, you do have to pick lesser of the two evils.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these accusations that have been flying around about Jeremiah and the pee on the princess pillow thing,
mm-hmm.
that was sent to this 9-year-old boy.
Right. We still don't know if that's true, do we? Like, we don't have evidence.
But now here's the rub. It's out there. It is out there now, and he has to prove that it's fake. And he has made absolutely no effort.
Correct.
He's made none.
By LPS. You're right. He has made no effort to prove wrong.
So basically, all he's done is he's dug himself into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Further and further into that hole. Now, eventually, someone is going to stick the hand down that hole and basically rip out the rabbit. And that rabbit is going to be Jeremiah, and he's going to get stuck in the pot. I.e., if it turns out that it's true, him and his wife are going to be in a whole world of hurt.
Right.
Because then it goes into a totally different league. And it's a league that is one rabbit hole I really seriously do not want to go down. And because it's a very deep and it's a very dark hole. And nobody knows how far that hole's going to go. Now, as for everything else, well, I think we can pretty much say that he has been talking a lot of BS. Restraining orders for a start. Okay. Protective orders. For that, you have to go to a judge. You have to apply for a restraining orders. You have to convince the judge that you are being threatened by these people, blah, 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 kind of thing. And it has to be harassment, physical threats, stalking, anything like that to get a protective order. Anything that you feel is going to put your life in danger. Am I right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. So the fact that he's gone to this person, I think it's this detective, and said, "Oh, we've got restraining orders out." That is absolute and utter bullshit.
It is.
Because you have to go in for, because the only person that can issue
a restraining order is a judge.
A restraining order, yeah, is a judge.
And you have to go there in front of the judge.
Yeah.
They don't do it overnight or that very second.
No. And it's like what I was saying to you earlier as well. A statement.
Mm-hmm.
What? How? What was it like? 50 seconds flat.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Seriously, that is that's bullshit as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that it takes close from 30 minutes to an hour
to write a report.
To do a report or make a statement.
Right. There was no police at the hotel. He never called the police to come out and report us being, and nobody was texting him over and over and over. It was all lies, all made up bullshit for his subscribers because he still wants money from them.
I don't know if your police over there do this or what or not. But over here, when the police knock at the door, they have to say, they knock on the door and say, police. Right. They automatically have to say through that door that it's, I'm a police officer. Can you open the door, please? Mm-hmm. I didn't hear that. No, I didn't hear it when he said, "Oh, the police are here," and then he just sort of like hopped off for 50 seconds, and then he came back on and said, "Yeah, we've done the." Jeremiah, seriously, do you really think that we've all fallen off the Christmas tree?
Right.
Because I certainly wasn't born yesterday, and I'm older than you, mate. And I can tell you this much: I know a shitload more about the law, laws and procedures of how police officers work.
Mm-hmm.
So try and bullshit us, mate, because it ain't gonna work.
Right.
Honestly.
You know what? You know what? I was thinking those lies he keeps coming up with, it's gonna catch up to him.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bite him in the arse.
I said, if you lie before and you keep lying, I said to myself, God don't like liars. I said, I'm sorry to say that, but he don't like liars. Period.
Okay. One other thing that I was going to ask you guys right after I asked you guys about Matt. I'm totally fine with everybody putting Jeremiah in his place about needing a job and not using his daughter to, beg for money and stuff like that. Going over and threatening him or, and all that stuff, that we have to be the bigger people.
Yeah, seriously. Do not do that. Do not go over there and threaten him.
Yeah, right. And that's wrong. That's wrong.
Correct. When we go over there and we continuously say those things to him and his wife, we're actually seeking down to his level. Yes. Do they deserve to get everything that they're getting? Absolutely. But when we go over there and we're constantly in chat saying the most horrible things ever and threatening them and all this other stuff, we are sinking to their level. I have no problem. I'm totally fine, even with myself going over there and calling him a lazy piece of shit and just get off his ass and get a job already. But we cannot sink to these people's levels. Absolutely cannot. We are trying to stop these things from happening. There have been some who have threatened him. I'm not saying my subscribers have, but there have been, I've seen it, that there have been threats and stuff like that in the chat. I mean, even if we say one thing like get off your lazy ass and get a job, we're banned right away, but still. I'm just saying we need to be the bigger people. And the one way to take care of the Jeremiah problem is to work with CPS and the detectives who are on this case. We keep records of everything the shitbag says in his live streams so that we have the evidence against him. Because he literally seems to think that if he deletes the live stream immediately after, none of it can be used against him, and he's wrong. We all screen record this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, watch what we're saying, because it could come back on us if we're not careful. Okay, well then you guys were harassing him and you guys were doing this. We don't want that. We want it to come back and say, okay, yeah, he did say and do this. He threatened kick and this and that and all that. We don't want the next sentence to be, but you guys also did this and you egged him on and you instigated him. We don't want that. And we don't want to sink to his level in that way. I can't tell you guys what to do. Absolutely. You're all grown adults. You're all very intelligent. I love my subscribers. I'm just saying, as advice, we don't sink to their level. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice you left. I'm sorry.
I think the one thing that we've all got to remember is fight. If you're gonna go over to him, right, debating with facts, but please don't talk to him with hate and threaten him, because you will be stooping to his level. And I can tell you this, we are a lot better than that. All of us are. So the only way that we can get this sorted out is by keeping a level head.
Right.
That's the only way that we're going to get round it. The fact that if he, like you were saying, there's only so many times that you can tell somebody, to go and get a job.
Right.
They've dug this hole for themselves. This is the position that they've put themselves in because of the choices that they have made. It's not because of any of us. It's not because of, the fact that we've basically told him reality, and we've pointed out truths, and he liked that. But if he doesn't like that, then I'm sorry to say that's his tough shit at the end of the day. We have all got to learn that the only way to get this conversation in the right frame of mind is to do it calmly and factually and with reality.
Right. Because at the moment, be more intelligent than him. We already know we are, but we have to act it as well.
Yes. That's at the end of the day, we all have to hold ourselves up in public to a certain standard. We all do.
Right.
Yes.
And that means we've got to act like adults and not like children having a hissy fit every time somebody starts coming up with facts and reality and things like that.
Right.
Because the moment that we start stooping to that level and start making threats, then we're no better than them.
Correct.
Well,
so I'm only going to live stream his streams if he's threatening us, threatening one of the creators in our community. That will be the only time I live stream his streams. One thing is, it's easier for me to record and keep the evidence rather than screen recording everything, and I can't even get off that page the whole time.
Well, he would be very, very wise not to threaten me, because I will verbally rip out his spine and beat him to death with it.
He's crossing that line with a lot of people right now, and he likes to think that he's all tough and that people are intimidated by him. Nobody's intimidated by him. Nobody's scared of him. I'm not even intimidated by him. He needs to watch himself.
Is it Barwan Di Piemonte? The welfare of the child is paramount. Nothing else matters. That is absolutely right.
Absolutely right. 100%.
If I got into an argument with somebody on the street and my 7-year-old daughter's with me, I would walk away. Simple as that, because I would I don't want to see. I don't want my 7-year-old daughter seeing that.
Right.
You know?
Let me see if I can.
And it's not just that. She's a stage 4 autism.
Right.
You know,
My
so she
son
needs.
is autistic.
Mind if I interject for a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. People don't stoop down that level. There's channels like Kicking Me that are there to give him help what he deserves to a point. I mean, there's fine lines that we don't cross.
I will be right back.
Just don't stoop to that level, people.
Right.
I have a personal reason why that people like Jeremiah, freaking broken scrote, broken teeth, Glen Stereo, Chili, why I fight these people. That's something for another day.
Oh my God.
Fight stupid with stupidity, and if you do it enough, they'll end up stopping. There's a reason why.
Hey, Artie.
Yeah.
You might want to add Goat Boy to the list also. A-Liz Kim Tat, what's the name? Honored them.
Yeah. Brooklyn Odd is because him stealing that freaking orange and his little bullshit I seen today on KFAR and Unclean Hands.
Hold on.
Yeah, it was on. Yeah, it was on Fraud Troll as well. Apparently, from what the last stream Fraud Troll did on it, that the street vendor, dropped the charges.
No, I wouldn't have. Oh yeah,
I'm sorry, but he was intimidated by Brooklyn Audit's two friends, Diapri and auditing Erie County. And now they've been investigated for intimidating a witness.
Oh, you're talking about is it Erie County Audits and what's that other idiot? Is it News Now Ninja?
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, because them actually, to be honest,
hey, Fraud the Reaper, here's something for you.
Oh.
Here. I'm just having issues.
Oh, this is for you just to help cheer you up a little bit. There you go. I think you're watching dogs jumping up or whatever.
Oh, bless. Jack Russell's.
Short leg, yeah. They got the Queen Anne legs.
You gotta love them. You gotta love them.
Oh, yeah. The little brown one that you've seen. Hold on. This
by the way, I saw that can, that 1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, this is my little co-host right there, Bruce Lucy Lou. Lucy! You want to say hi?
What is that?
Anyways.
Because I was going to say, something like that, 6-pack of that on top of on the bonnet of a DeLorean. That would be something cool. That would,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get a hold of, that Three Nations brewery that does that. That and I got to do a commercial about it. Oh my God. That's one of my gimmicks, is that I get weird named beers and I'll do commercials for it, like one where it's like knockout beer and I take a drink of it, no, the punch, and I take a punch, like fall over and sound effects. You got to check them out.
There's a beer over here. It's a fairly strong one, actually. It's I think it's like nearly 10% ABV, and it's called Broken Piston.
Yeah.
When you read it onto the can, it says Broken Piston, but if you pronounce it in a different way, it says Broke and Piston.